Hey guys, this is Rhonda. I am coming to you, and it's about 11:30 in the evening. And once again, this is Thinking Thursday because I will put this on Thursday. But I just wanted to come and talk a little bit about the hating. I just attended a function, and it was probably about, I want to say maybe about 70, 80 women there, and several of them with beautiful natural hair. And obviously, me and my philosophy about that is always paying a woman a compliment if I see something that I think is really nice on them. And so several of them, I had said like, oh my God, your hair is just gorgeous. It's so nice to see young people with, wearing their natural hair. And, and so they, obviously were like, taken aback because we as a people, as an African American people for sure, I can speak on that. We just have a hard time with complimenting one another. And I don't know, people think it takes something away from them, or they just sit back and they kind of admire you, and they kind of admire your clothes, or they admire your hair, or they admire your makeup, but they say nothing. And you catch them staring at you. I know several, lots of you all out there have had this experience. You catch them staring at you, and then when you look their way, they just kind of turn away and act like they weren't staring. And typically it's an admiring stare. It's not like, like there's something hanging out your nose or something like that. But you can tell that, they admire something about you, but they won't say anything. So anytime that happens, I always say, it takes a confident woman. If a woman pays me a compliment, I always say it takes a confident woman to compliment another woman. And so it's like me giving them the compliment back. They'll say like, oh my God, I love your hair, or something like that, and I'll say like, oh, thank you. And I always say it takes a confident woman to compliment another woman. And if we did that more, oh my God, it can change the dynamic of just women and women relationships, and just liking one another and not being competitive with one another. I can't take anything away. There's beautiful women out there, and with nicer bodies and nicer faces and beautiful hair, and I can admire that on them. I could say, wow, that looked great, that's a great outfit. It doesn't take anything away from me. What it does is that I always say it makes you feel more confident, because you can pay another woman a compliment. We need to start doing that. You'll hear me talk about this a lot, because I don't deal with hating at all. I don't deal with people who are supposed to be your friends, and you never hear them make a compliment to you at all about anything. I mean, you could have just come back from a professional getting your hair done, professional makeup, and all of that. Sharp outfit, you're looking smart and sassy and sharp, and and a so-called, yes, I'm doing that, a so-called friend will, come in your company and they won't make a comment at all. That's a so-called friend. And that just amazes me sometimes. And so, I'm really, really, as I always talk about, like trying to be my authentic self. And I am really seriously contemplating what real friendship is. And I'd rather have no friends than to have false friends. And it's so many fake friends out there. And you have to evaluate and say, is this the kind of person I want in my life, that they can never even pay me a compliment? And we're supposed to be really good friends. And so, I have really come to the conclusion that I don't need those type of people in my life. I need people who are going to uplift me, people who are going to constantly engage me in how to be a better person, and just that camaraderie back and forth about just trying to always help each other be their higher self. So I'm not looking for any friends, especially I'm not looking for any hater friends, and I've like eliminated hater friends in my life. And if it's something that you ever experience, hit me up and let me know, how you deal with that, because it doesn't matter whether or not you're 15, your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, and I'm sure when I get into my 60s, it may still be some of the same situation. And it's like, when do we ever outgrow that? When do we ever get to the point where it's like, it's okay to compliment another woman and feel confident in yourself that you can do that? So that's just my rant today, and just something to make you think, because you know I'm real big on making one think. I say that all the time, so I like to throw that in there now that I learned how to use that. But just keeping it real. This is Rhonda signing off, saying thank you so much for listening. Continue to look out for my Thinking Thursday videos on YouTube, and hope to hear from you soon. Talk to you later. Bye.